Hi guys, Dave here, and today I'm going to show you the rhythm guitar part to Spacer by Sheila B and Devotion. The rhythm guitar part was originally done by Nile Rodgers. Before we get on with the lesson though, I'd just like to let you know that you can now support my channel on Patreon. So go over there and check out what's on offer. And also, if you're new to funk rhythm guitar in general, I recommend you check out my Funk Guitar Primer download. I will put links in the description box. Okay guys, let's get on with the lesson. Okay, let's start with the intro. It's just 4 bars before the whole band kick in. So it's guitar and piano at the beginning, and it starts on an A minor arpeggio, like that. So what happens there is you're playing basically a barred A minor, so that's 5th fret across all 6 strings, and then you're holding down fret 7 on the D and fret 7 on the A string, and you go from the 6th string all the way up to the 2nd string, and come back to the 3rd, then the 4th. Now the very last one actually is just an open string, the open D string, and that's just a result of him moving off the chord early to get to the next one, like that. Then he's going to do this F shape. So for that, it's 5A, 7D, 5G, 6B, and 5E. So you've got a little mini bar across the first 3 strings for that, like that. So you do 2 down strums. The first one's a full strum, then the second one you cut off, like that. And I can either do it by relaxing the left hand, or I tend to put my palm on when I do it. Then all I do then is turn this into an F major 7. I just take off my 2nd finger, leave the bar on. And I'm going to go a down up on this one. A little cut off after that, and then we're going to go down to a G chord. They're all going to be down strums, so it's just 3 of those. The chord for that, if you don't know it, is 3E, 3B, 4G, and 5 on the D and the A strings. You tend to find that it probably only hits maybe the first 4, but it tends to hold like bigger shapes a lot of the time just to control the bass strings. So yeah. Like that. Right, so for the next bit he's going to do an E7 sus4. Right, so you bar across the fret 7 from the 1st to the 5th string, then you're holding down fret 10 on the B and fret 9 on the D. You tend to find that you only really hear the middle strings when he plays it, but don't worry too much about it, as though that's like the top of the chord. And then he just changes it into E minor 7 just by swapping out the the little finger for the 2nd finger. So now that's just holding down fret 8 instead. And then you're going to do a down up on that, cut that one off, and then we're going to go down to an A minor for a down strum. And you can either do the full barred one and just hit the first 4 strings, or if you want to do a smaller version where you just bar across the first 3 strings at the 5th fret and then fret 7 on the D, you could do that whatever way. I tend to swap between them, so it depends on how I feel. Anyway, that's the intro, so I'll do it one more time. Okay, the main chorus pattern starts on the A minor. For the most part, he strums down. It's more in an eighth note fashion, but now and again he does hit a chord on an up. And this first one, which is just off of beat 1, he hits with an up. So it's like, and then it's kind of 2 downs. There's a few scratches in between, which you can work out when you hear the timing with the slow playthrough. But that's the way I do it. I kind of go up, scratch, scratch, and then I hit a down, then another down, like that. Then I do my F chord again, 2 O's on a down. Then I'm going to go to my A minor, do a down up, and then down to a G. So once I get down to the G, you go again. Actually, all with downstrokes when I do this. So you kind of get 1, 2. You get 2 major downs, and then off the beat, it just plays like kind of a smaller part of the chord. Maybe on strings 5, 4 and 3, just as a rough area to hit. It's a nice way of getting a kind of a pulsing effect with a chord is you can hold down the shape and then just move between the strings, where you hit like the lower part of the chord and then the treble side. And that's what he does there. So he does 2 normal ones, then a small one, and then back to 2 more downs on the full shape, if you like. So it's kind of like that. It'll make more sense when I play it in context. Okay, and then we're back up to what we did in the intro. We got our E7 sus4 again, 2 downs, nice and staccato those. So once you play them, cut them off just by relaxing the left hand. Then our E minor 7, we're going to go down up. And then finally, back to the A minor with a down. So I'll try and do this really slowly so you can see what's going on there. So it's... like that, and that gives you the chorus pattern. Now the verse kind of starts on a push, so I'm just going to, when I did the slow playthrough, I actually put just the last bar of the chorus, just so you could hear how it goes in. So you kind of get the E7 sus4, the little E minor 7, and then he hits a full A minor or A minor 7. Not entirely sure. I think it's A minor 7. So for that, you just bar across 5th fret, across all 6 strings, and then you're just holding down fret 7 on the A. And these are all done with down strums. Again, once you listen to the slow playthrough, you'll get the actual rhythm of it. So it's pushed on a 4 hand, and then same place in the next bar, you're going to do a D minor 7. So fretting, again barring the 5th fret from strings 1 to 5, then I'm holding down 6 on the B and 7 on the D. Then I'm going to go to a C chord, and for that I'm barring on fret 5 on the B, G and D strings, and then 3rd fret on the A. Then I'm going to do 2 on a G, and then push on the A minor 7 again. So that's what happens the first time. On the second and third times, the only thing that changes is when it goes between the C and the G, it just does 1 on the G rather than 2. So if I play the next 2 times, you've got the pushed A minor, then the C, G just once, and then back to the A minor 7, and then again. Now once you get to the end of the third time, he pushes on the A minor, and then he starts pumping out 8th notes on the one hand. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then it pushes into a D minor 7. So the last time through, I'll do that again, got the timing slightly off. 1, 2. So once he pushes on the D minor 7, you get two on that, so you get the push, and then on the one hand as well. Then it's on the 3 hand, and then he pushes on a G on the 4 hand, and on the 1 hand, so it's kind of funny. Again, when you hear it with the track, you'll see what I mean. One more push on the G, back up to the D minor 7, one more push, and then we move that whole shape up for an E minor 7. And for this, yeah, again, listen to the slow playthrough, you'll get the rhythm, but it's just 2 strums, cut off, then another 2, then back to the D minor 7. And for this, again, it's pushed. Then we do something that we did earlier on, where you just play a lower part of the chord. So you get the 2 normal, and then it's that. You kind of do just hit the bass strings, and then 2 more down strums. So it's like that. That's it. And then back up to the E minor 7 for the same pattern. Back to the D minor 7. Again with that little kind of bass move in the middle. And then it just pushes on a G. And that takes you to the end of the verse. And that's the lot. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you for one real soon.